Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's session of Wildspace. I am your host and dungeon uncle, Ryan, and with me I have the lovely cast. We've got a guest tonight as well, which I'm very excited about. But really quickly, just want to get some introductions around the room. Maybe start with Alex. Introduce yourself.
Oh, yes, hello, I'm Alex. OMG, it's some guy on the internet. Yeah, I'm here. Tonight I'm playing Vincent the Wild Magic Sorcerer.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And also, we have Morgan.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I like to make art sometimes on the internet, and I'm playing Champ.
Thank you so much. We also have Savannah.
That's me! Hello, I'm Savvy Seaworth on the internet. Tonight I am playing Gwen, the Blood Hunter.
Excellent. And guesting with us tonight is LB.
Hi, I'm LB and this is Taco. I'm playing Jackie. She's, not here yet. You'll find out what she is later. Oh!
And last but not least, we have Balatur.
I feel like I should be running around the room and there should be some spotlights going off. Hi, everyone. I'm the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. And tonight I will be playing Rosh Sation, or Rosh, who is a light cleric. And that's it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for everybody for your lovely introductions, and thank you for joining me tonight. And thank you, everyone who's viewing. Let's see. Before we get started, I have a really quick announcement for the next bit of a schedule on GGK. Tomorrow we will not be having our Neon Souls game, unfortunately, but the good news is the following day on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we have the continuation of our Saturday night Star Power playing the Overarm system. So be sure to check that out. And tomorrow night, if we don't do an impromptu stream, then you can just go and sleep in and read a book. And I don't know, think about things. Be grateful, for something. Whatever it may be. But okay, this music has got me in a mood. I need to change this. I don't know if anyone else hears this. It might just be me. I need to change this so I can get into a space. But we will be getting into a space, a wild space together. I'm just going to stop that. And then we're going to do... Yes, here we go. All right. So, where we last left off, oh my gosh, what a reek! I don't remember everything, but basically the biggest points is that the crew has established. This is not good. This is too much. This is my life. The crew now has a plans to figure out how to remove the old ones from this galaxy, and that the plans have been begun to be figured out by the translations of Lisbeth with the help of Drew and Julia of the Order of Incandescence. The crew themselves just needs to get some financial backing and some help from pretty much anywhere they choose. Right now, they're thinking of going to the Galactic Concord. Also, Rachel met their mom's new guy friend, Dan, and it went about as well as you might think that it did. Off screen, Rachel and their mom had a bit of a conversation. We won't go through that here today, but what we will start, I think I'm going to go ahead. I wasn't planning on doing it like this originally, but here we are. You know how much I prepare
this entire show.
Hey, I used to prepare so much.
I wasn't planning on doing it like this originally, but here we
here we
go.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to drag this ribbon, and it is so slow. Oh no! Will you not do it? Okay. All right. I'm just gonna change the sound. I'll work on getting you onto that page as soon as I can. But we're gonna start with the whole crew meeting some time later that evening at one of the speakeasies that's on Chamachamandir, which I have decided to call Thirst, which I hope that's okay. Felt on brand.
Does it sound like the outskirts of town? Look, this isn't really approved by the church, but
Yeah.
let it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I'm going to have to refresh Roll20. It's not for me. Anyway, so I'm going to say also for our guest, you are also here in the room as well. So as I describe this place, there are... there's very vibrant colors, like of the whole visible spectrum, and also if you're of alien races, different alien races, there's also some in the UV spectrum as well. With patterns of art on the wall, there are holographic trees that are emerging kind of from the sides and curling their branches out over the kind of the main common area. There are, oh, thank goodness. All right. There are like shimmering strands of lights, glowing drinks, and people of all shapes, sizes, colors, and smells who are attending this place. So I think the crew of the Arcturus is convening towards one of the back tables to kind of discuss their next steps. Chromned can be there if you want him to be there.
Fucking because he's on the
Yeah,
map with us.
I threw
He's on the
everybody.
dance floor.
Yeah,
Just doing the robot.
Exactly. Gotta stay loose.
All right, so we'll put Chromned over there. A massive iron golem is doing the robot very well. It's super convincing. But yeah, absolutely. So, you can take it away. What are you doing? Drinking, eating, thinking, smelling.
Guess I'm kind of wondering what the I don't know if you can give us a little bit more insight into why we chose to meet here. Are we relaxing? Is it just like, oh, stuff is being happening, but like, Drew and Julie are doing their research, and so it's just kind of like, well, we can't do much right now, so we're just here to hang out.
Chilling.
Yeah, I think like to just maybe relax for a little bit, and or we can come up with a different motivation. Maybe Elizabeth dragged you out here just to like get some like hangout time before you jet off for who knows how long.
Yep.
It's like the only place to hang out in town that isn't very stuffy.
Yeah, so then Vincent is probably dancing with Elizabeth. They've each got a drink or two.
Rosh is currently sitting at a table with whoever. I assume Gwen, maybe Champ, whoever else in the Arcturus is sitting there. Just, I honestly didn't expect this. I'm floored from it, really. I mean, Dan? Really?
What's wrong with him?
Well, it could be much worse.
He could be much worse.
I can't imagine how it could be worse, to be honest.
What's wrong with him?
I mean, have you seen you haven't really grown up around here, and maybe haven't watched any of the programs. The advertisements his shop does around here. We used to just they're gaudy, and his store is terrible, and the speeders he sells are garbage. I mean, he's a creep. I always thought he was. I don't know, maybe he's changed. Ugh. And the whole banana hammock thing, I really just, that's really, I think, where my hang-up comes from it. I mean, she's 500, she could do what she wants.
Maybe she's bored.
But maybe.
Maybe she's looking for something different.
Maybe.
You know,
But-
the world might be ending soon, so she's starting to live it up, you know?
I just think she could do better than Dan. But I guess it's not my place. I should be happy for them, right?
Yeah,
Well,
you
maybe
don't
we
have
could
to be
find-
happy, but I wouldn't meddle in your mother's love life.
Or we could definitely meddle, is maybe there's somebody around here we could find for her, you know, set her up with somebody else.
At that moment,
Looks
a
around.
minotaur.
Just comes,
LB,
enters in.
LB, can you describe your character, please?
Oh my gosh!
Insane. She is a like 6'5" bull of a woman. She's got red fur towards her hooves that fades up into a sort of a white creamy color. She's wearing these like leather strappy like Mad Max sort of outfit with her arms exposed. She's got very like white to red hair that kind of just flows freely like in this big sort of poof down her back that's pulled, the top part is pulled back into sort of a little top knot to show off her massive horns that go up. One of them is chipped at the top, but ever so slightly. It's just kind of the tip that's been taken off. I'm thinking that she is maybe at the table next to you and has stood up and taken one of the other patrons in her hand, and it looks like she's choking them. And then there's this moment of her just like pulling them back, and then a break, not a break, a crack, and then she kind of like lets them go and says, "Now, don't you feel so much better?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, no, totally fixed my man."
Oh, that really just eases so much tension.
I told you, I'm happy to help.
Oh, you're a lifesaver, I gotta say. I've just been getting tingling in my arms for the longest time, and I thought, like, this is just what getting older is.
No,
But
it's bad circulation is all it is.
bad circulation, you say? See, my dog's a hack. I gotta go someplace else. Like, what do you call what you do?
I don't know, I just call it hurting people for fun.
I need to find a place where they hurt people for fun. I'll source that up on the internet right now.
That might be the back door of the speakeasy.
She'll like clap him too hard on the shoulder and like take
Ah!
her drink.
Still fun.
Fun for me too.
You know, you've been complaining about that pain in your arm since the fight with the big demon thing. Maybe you should ask.
It was
Yeah.
from a rather large claw, so
I don't know.
don't think it would make a difference.
Right. Fair.
You may roll a perception check if you ever to notice if they. This is for Jackie to
Yeah.
see if they're talking about you.
Okay. I'm
Next
not.
table over.
Perception.
And no, before you ask, she's not one of mine. We didn't have bulls. Wolves, bears, tigers,
I don't have
some
balls.
rats.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Some sort of wearable.
Hearable.
Frightening.
But no, not one of mine.
Hmm.
10 plus 5. 15!
Yeah.
Sorry, D&D Beyond, man.
Yeah, D&D Beyond. Yeah. So I think you don't hear what they're saying, but you do like catch a glance or two
Oh,
in your
ravens.
direction.
The
Ravens.
occasional raven.
But not bulls.
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't recognize her. She might not be from. We get a lot of travelers though, so.
There's suddenly a dark shadow over your table.
She's hanging right behind me, isn't she?
Yes. What was your clue?
It got very dark. Hello.
Hello! I heard you're speaking of me?
Sorry, we didn't mean to be rude. We were discussing your display of skill there with Marty.
Yes, I'm very strong.
Right.
Do you have pains that you need taken care of?
Not of the physical kind, no.
Do you need someone to listen to you? I can do this too,
Are you a therapist?
in a way. I make people feel better with words and with food. And with cracks.
I'm not usually of the mindset to find therapists in shady, off-world bars, but
This is not off-world. It's very, not very much shade.
you called it thirst. I had to make some assumptions. And we are literally on like an asteroid.
It's an
Where
astro.
we are.
Rosh, I thought we were on, like, this is your...
Is this not your home planet?
It's not a planet. It's
It's an
Asteroid.
an asteroid.
But it is a place that people live.
Yes, and it is my home.
Doesn't make it a planet.
This is not a place that I frequent.
Oh. But it is good. And
Is it?
The
It's
neighborhood's
the
changing, Rosh. Rosh, since you've been away, the neighborhood's been changed.
Yeah.
Is
It used to be so much nicer around here. There's a park, swing sets, children running around.
The famous rock and dirt park of the asteroid.
Oh dear.
No.
We used to build dirt men, make dirt angels. It's wonderful. It's the best childhood one could ask for. No, I appreciate the offer, but perhaps a drink will suffice. Why don't you sit with us? Are you from around here?
no,
Okay.
I am a traveler.
Right. Traveling to from.
Yes, I do a lot of that.
I can see this conversation is going to go very well.
So
What
are
about
you-
fighting? You said you were good at fighting, yeah?
I have fights, yes, I do fight on occasions, but you know, I try to fix it with words before I turn to my axe.
We try that too. Normally it doesn't work for us.
You know, I find the same thing, but it's nice to try.
Right. And why do you find yourself in Shmachmandir?
Traveling. I'm going to the capital.
Oh. DM is the capital where we're going.
I don't know, is the capital where they're going? Yes, okay. Yay, I got it right!
We haven't talked that far ahead. I believe that's actually our next stop as well.
Oh, wonderful. Are you looking for travel? Are you looking for a way to get there?
No, we have a ship.
Oh, perfect. I do not.
I feel like
I'm sorry. Who are you?
My name is Jackie.
And you just okay. I mean, we do have a ship and we do have space. I don't see why we wouldn't
Well-
be.
Our pilot has a ship.
Yes.
Perhaps, maybe should we loop in on a conversation before we start picking up strays?
I'm not a dog, I'm a fool.
I'm aware.
I
Do you
think
want
he's
to
still
black out,
dancing.
Vincent?
I'll get him. I'll go get him. Vincent.
Hmm? Oh, hey Gwen, what's up?
Hi.
Come to dance?
No, thank you. There's a large bull woman sitting at our table, and Rosh is trying to invite her onto the ship.
Oh.
Is this a
Huh.
problem?
I,
Everything sort of seems like a problem to me lately, so...
I mean, I guess I should come over and figure things out. Elizabeth, you can come too, or you can keep dancing. Up to you.
You do your business. I'm going to do mine out here on the floor with Ned.
It's like a small circle growing around them.
Yeah.
I like that we took the time to program good dancing skills into Ned.
He's learning.
Very important skill.
This is
Adaptive
why
AI.
I'm so expensive.
I return.
All right.
Oh, Vincent.
Oh.
This is Jackie.
Hello! Vincent.
Howdy. Nice to meet you, ma'am.
I quite enjoy the color of your wings.
Oh, well, thank you. Kind of flutters them a bit, but also now has been keeping them tucked away because it's, probably not too much room in here. But
Are you this pilot they speak of?
yeah, for lack of a better one.
That's amazing. I cannot fly ships. It must be very difficult.
Oh, well, yeah, it is takes a certain level of skill, but so here you're trying to book passage.
Yes,
Or
I'm trying to get
interested?
to the capital.
All right, and I mean, we at this point we'll sit down and we had kind of been considering going there. Not quite sure what our timetable was on that, but are you in any kind of hurry or?
No, not really.
What's your business in the capital?
I have not been there before.
So a tourist?
Tourist, yes.
Sure?
You seem like you're just agreeing with the things that we're saying.
No, you're saying the things that I agree with.
Do you have some
Alright.
sort of profession?
Well, I do many things. Like I said, I'm good at making people feel better, whether it is from pains that they have in their body, in their mind, in their stomach. But usually people just use me for my muscles.
So, not a doctor,
No,
a mercenary?
I think of it as a spiritual guide who could also rip someone's head off.
Right.
That's the kind of spiritual guidance I like.
Thank you. Who are you?
I'm Champ. Hello.
I like your outfit, champ. Very nice.
Thank you.
Well, considering our track record traveling literally anywhere for any reason, I don't see why having another set of hands on board might detriment us.
I see you have a lot of strong hands, and having more is always a good option.
Have maybe a pair of strong hands, maybe two.
We have Ned, and we have Champ, and we have Gwen.
Yeah.
And now
Both.
Jackie.
Both Rosh and Vincent are very
We're
scrawny.
very,
No.
very weak.
Just little guys.
Pilot,
It's fine.
medic, SAS, clergy, but nobody's attended service on the ship forever, so...
You're the one in this place that everyone thinks is very nice. They look up to you.
Oh. So you've been to the temple.
I have passed by, yes.
Right.
They have good music.
Yes. Yes, that is me.
That is fun.
Yes. Fun is a word for it.
Good. It's
Um,
probably very stressful though. Lots of people looking up to you for things, and asking your guidance on things and being on them, you know.
You know, very few people have actually asked me for any sort of religious or spiritual guidance, I've found.
Well, that is good.
travels. Mostly they've just shot at me.
That is not so good. Does that make you upset?
A little.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, if you are you a follower of the light?
I follow light sometimes, but usually it only leads to open corridors.
I can see you're taking that literally. Right. Okay.
I know what you mean. I make a joke.
Oh, right. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the captain of the ship by any means, but
While this is going on, I've leaned over to Vincent and gone, do you have the capacity to do any sort of, like, background check? Or
I mean, could
gather
run,
any, like, criminal history or anything?
try and run a basic. Have we ever given the internet a name in this universe? But basically, do a Google search.
The World
of
Wide
Jackie.
Web.
We'll say ArcNet.
Actually,
can I also do the D&D equivalent of that and do an insight check?
Yeah, I mean, could also insight check.
Well, there's insight. You can try to read their intentions with an insight check.
Yes.
You can try to do a background check with a history roll.
Okay.
Am I good at either of those?
I'm good at insight.
I would imagine you're good at
Look
history.
at my sheet. I don't know.
it's on there.
That's savvy's like, let me look at my sheet here.
Well,
Do you see how much fucking bullshit I have on my sheet?
You have a
Now,
+9.
I will say, just you are asking for a history check upon a person who did not exist 20 minutes ago.
I got
So-
it, GM.
I just
got it.
Okay.
Do us a bunch of crimes.
And
All right,
I wanna know
perfect.
that too.
Okay, perfect.
Just don't want to get murdered in our sleep.
Perfect.
I want a
So there
last
may
name. I
only
want a
be
social
the results-
security number. I want a home address. I want to know
I'm
what she
going-
ate for breakfast.
I'm gonna have Jackie interpret the role however she wishes.
Okay.
So
14.
the history roll for
Okay.
14.
So are you looking this up on like a tablet sort of situation? I think if you ask Jackie her full name, she will give it to you. She's like just super chill. When you pull up things about her, it's she keeps falling into these situations where she just like is in the right place at the right time. She's like helps people out of burning buildings, like meets the president of a planet, like is like helping save this wildlife fire. She like comes out carrying like 50 koalas or something like that. She's just like she just ends up in these places. Things happen and she just kind of like not that she saves the day, but she's there like just thumbs upping like, hey, I'm just happy to help.
Yeah, she's qualified for sure.
Yeah.
So is she like
Right.
the inverse of me? Just good things tend to happen around her.
She's one of us. I think it's fine.
And I rolled a 26 on my insight check. Just want
Alright.
to make sure she's not going to stab us or turn us into goo or steal an ancient artifact that we're holding on to.
Eat
She's
our
fine.
brains.
Also, you can interpret that as well.
Okay. I would say she's probably the most truthful person you've ever met.
That's
That's something. Speaking of Rosh.
that's something. Speaking to Rosh, who literally.
Oh gosh,
can't
love
lie.
triangle. Woo woo. I'm just kidding.
I think
She's not.
Oh,
trying to
you're
speak
so
in
honest.
circles, she's
Oh my god.
She is just happy to be here.
Oh no.
after I guess you do your research and say, well,
That's fine.
I like her.
I can tell.
Good. Well, I don't know what our plan is, but it seems like a bit of divine intervention that she came to cross paths with us when she did.
You know, I have been told that before, but usually there are no gods involved with what I do.
Let's.
Not that I know of, at least.
All right. Let's hold off a bit. We're giving her a ride.
All right.
I feel very comfortable with this conversation.
I'm just saying, a bit of fate and good fortune was bound to come our way at some point.
an explosion happens in the bar right now. It slams through the wall. It sends a table upturning it, sending drinks and people flying as it rolls across the floor. And
Oh no.
The smoke kind of like
happening, or is
this is really happening.
This is happening.
It isn't. It is. It isn't not a bit. It isn't not a bit, but it is also happening as fire just like kind of belches through the room, kicking back some of the other people there and sliding them across the floor. Smoke kind of like chokes through the area, and you hear kind of like alarms like going off of like fire alarms like flashing and everything. And Rosh. And everyone can roll perception check except for Rosh. You don't need to because your passive is insane, or wild.
Let's see.
Also say Chromenet immediately went into protect Lisbeth mode.
Danger mode.
Okay.
So far, I've only rolled 3.
Perception?
That's 5.
I have no idea what's going on. 9.
10.
10.
25.
Actually,
Excellent.
Because I think Whisper gives me advantage if it has to do with sound.
Okay.
So
I can just describe.
That's much better. That becomes a 21 instead of a 5.
Okay. All right. So with the aid of Whisper, you do hear, even amongst like the cacophony of people screaming and like kind of running away from this this new hole in the wall, you hear steps coming over the rubble from that area, as they kind of like the shifting of the broken rock and plastisteel, but that's all you can make out. But that someone is coming through the entrance. Roshel and Gwen, your eyes are able to cut through the smoke, and you see the figures of 5 individuals. Their features hard to tell through the smoke, but they have kind of like loose clothing, or kind of cloth wrappings all around them as they come through. And as the smoke begins to dissipate a little bit, Rosh and Gwen, you're the first to recognize the symbol of the purifiers on their sleeves.
Party pooper monks from episode 1.
What?
You said.
And then, so those of you who recognize the Purifier brand, they are a group of ascetic monks who abhor anything that debases the flesh of liquor or spice or drugs or essential oils. They all are repugnant to this order. And then one steps forward from the lead and like just kind of scans the crowd, wearing like a visor that kind of like whoom, have like lights going back and forth on him, like as it scans the crowd, and then centers on your table, it seems, and then stretches out a hand. And he's like, "You."
Me?
No, everyone else. You are the ones that left me adrift in space for months and months.
You shot at us. Look, you just destroyed a wall to this building that is not yours. This is not the vibe.
This den of sin should be laid to waste.
Okay, listen, buddy. We've had.
I'm gonna chuck Whisper at him and try and silence him.
But I have a name. All right, go
I've
ahead.
been waiting so long to tell you.
Not the time or the place.
We're going to try to kill him.
Well,
That's a natural 20.
All right, perfect.
Sounds like yes.
But I'm not gonna dump any of the hit dice to do extra damage. I just want him to be silenced for now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Gosh.
That is Actually, hold on. Because Whisper is magic now, so that it, or like super magic, and of course the bonus damage is cut off. Okay.
Just so much damage.
So I got 6 or
Probably like
5 on the
70.
dice. No, it's not even 10, but I'm just trying to figure out how much. So, yeah, I think that's 9 points of damage.
All right. So the whisper flies out to the dark, or to the the smoke billowing through thirst, and just like there's there's a loud rumbling and the music is still kind of going off in like the alarm, boom, 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 and then right as like the dagger hits, just whoom, an envelope of silence surrounds that area, and you can see the motion as the dagger strikes into this figure, and he like kind of staggers a bit, and then kind of pulls out some blades, and then gestures to the others with him and launches forward in an aggressive display.
You know, I really thought maybe that would scare him off.
He's been training for months like Vegeta.
Good throw. Truly.
It's the best I've ever done with Whisper.
Let's just
Very
try
nice.
not to burn down the city.
We'll kill them, I
Ooh,
suppose.
that is something I cannot promise. She's gonna stand up and like get ready
All
to
right.
charge.
Initiatives.
Okay.
Let's go.
If I had done the hit dice thing, I probably could have killed him.
Wait, what does it use hit dice from? From
So,
you? Or just
yes.
has hit dice?
If I use my hit dice, I can do an extra d6 up to 5.
Oh.
But on a crit, that would have been up to 10d6.
Oh, dang. All right, let's see.
Oh, no,
Where's me click?
I accidentally clicked.
Click.
How dare you? Microsoft Edge opened for the first time in years. How flammable is this place? Just a question.
It's 50% flammable.
It's fine.
Solid. Is the outside okay to be in? Or is this like
Is the outside okay to be in?
is it like a planet?
Is there an atmosphere?
Yeah, is there
here?
an atmosphere?
Oh,
if
okay,
if
yes,
pick
yes,
the
yes.
outside?
Sorry.
Is the outside okay to be in?
Yes, you may go outside if you wish. Yes.
Yay!
Atmosphere.
Yes.
How do they work?
Magic.
Okay, so what's everyone's initiative?
Okay.
I'm gonna use my reaction to do a spell called Seer's Reaction, which lets me reroll my initiative with a
Okay.
+5 bonus.
Ooh,
Perfect.
that's fancy.
Because I'm so fucking tired of rolling terrible for initiative.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, that's gonna end up being a little better than the last one, but I rolled lower.
Also, you want to bend luck for Rosh? Just for this once.
I mean, I could.
Is that a short rest ability?
No, I'm pretty sure because it's just sorcery points, so it's long rest.
I go for it. This is. Please, for me, I'll give you inspiration.
All right, so let me roll a d4. You
I
get to add
realize-
2.
Okay, so all in all, that brings me 13.
Oh.
It's not the worst you've ever rolled.
All right, you can take inspiration then for being generous.
Yay.
I realize I could have given inspiration to Rosh, but but this is more fun. I guess. Well, anyway, we're already up this creek quite a ways.
Here we are.
What about Gwen and Jackie?
I've got a 20.
19.
Okay. Yay! All right, so Gwen, you're first off the draw. Someone want to roll for Ned? Although is Ned just gonna like take Elizabeth out? You think?
Probably, unless these guys turn out to be a bigger deal than we think.
Okay.
For now, we'll have him
I guess
more.
we'll find out.
Just focusing on Elizabeth.
We'll wait.
Keep
Okay.
her safe.
All right. Perfect. Gwen, you go.
Leave my sheet. I am going to. Oh, do I just kill this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pull out the Phantom Blade and drag the blade across the back of my wrist. I'm using a bonus action to activate my Crimson Right, and make it do psychic damage. So I take
Ouchie,
I
wouchie.
take 1 damage, please. And
Has
then
proven himself very dedicated to revenge, so probably killing these guys is the better play.
Yeah, and then I'm going to swing the blade at him.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. The first one is a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
The second one is a 15.
15 will also hit.
Sweet, I'm gonna murder this asshole.
Yeah, baby.
17. That's 43 damage.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
It's either magical slashing or psychic damage. Do I need to separate them out?
No.
Okay.
No, not for these. Not for these.
So
The
two very quick like slashes, I think, across his chest with the long
Yeah.
sword.
the one you left adrift in space for nearly a year, and has been training the whole time for vengeance, is still alive just a little bit. But
Vegeta.
not very happy. Not very happy at all. But definitely close to shuffling off of the mortal coil, you might say, as your blade kind of slices across. He's moving quickly, but your blade is still catching him in each movement. You're seeming to predict his movements well, and your blade drags across him twice, sending a little necklace of blood out there.
And I just look at him very aggressively and say,
You are in silent cone, but
and I don't
you can
say anything.
You can say something, but it will be mouthing. Perfect. So that's gonna bring us to Champ. No, I'm sorry, Jackie. Wow.
Yeah, I think I've had a few people before me.
You have Rosh, you have Jackie and Rosh before you.
Okay.
I just read in the middle of my list for no reason.
Jackie turns to Rosh next to her and just says, "This is a no talking situation."
It doesn't seem like they want to talk with us now.
All right. She pulls from her back this stick that she kind of like flips open, and a vibrant, glowing axe appears in her hand. It's big for her, so it's very big for everyone else. And she kind of like scrapes one of her hooves against the ground, and she starts like stomping over there, not running, but moving very quickly. And as she does, I would like to enter a rage, please.
Okay, go for it.
And when she does, this sort of like her eyes glow red, and then this sort of like smoke flame comes off of her nostrils start smoking as well. And there is this sort of wave of an aura of heat that comes off of her. And as she gets closer to Gwen, you can feel this intense heat that is coming from her, that like you can like sort of feel the sweat start to bead on you. But as she gets closer, you feel this bubble sort of like you can see the fire around you, but there's no heat on you.
Is Jackie used to people being afraid of her?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Gwen doesn't flinch.
Oh good. That's why she's so excited.
It's just like completely.
So that's my bonus action and my movement to get up there, and then I'm going to go ahead. I would like them to make a dexterity save, please.
Okay.
Against my storm aura.
All right. These saves. Oh, those weren't saves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. What's your DC?
Oh, let me just double check that. It is 8 plus my
8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my constitution modifier. My constitution modifier is +3. And we're at level 16, so my proficiency is 5, so it's a 14, 15? 14?
I wasn't following.
8 plus 8 is 16. It's
Yes.
16.
Okay. 2 succeed.
Cool. The ones who do not succeed take 8 fire damage.
Ouchie, wouchie.
And then I'm going to hit one of them with my big ol' great axe.
All right. Do you want to hit the leader or the one of the other 4 plebs?
I mean, Gwen seems to kind of have it going. So,
True.
I'll hit one of the side chicks.
All right.
I'll do it recklessly because why not?
Why not? Go for it.
That's plus so 21 to hit.
To hit? Yeah, hits.
And that's I don't have my other barbarian character. It's +4 or +9, so that'll be 16 damage.
16 damage. Ooh, nice. This one that you struck is like you batter them to the floor, and they are on their knees, barely hanging on.
Solid. And that's my attack.
Gwen just like looks over, nod, looks back.
She has her smile still, but because she has the smoke like raging out of her nostrils and her eyes, she looks a lot scarier. But she's like, yeah.
Does that aura replace one of your attacks, or do you not have another attack?
No, it's just an area and effect.
So you have another attack?
Oh,
Do you have
that's true.
extra attack?
That's true. Hold on. I do have 2 attacks. Okay, cool. And since I attacked recklessly with the first one, I get to do it with the second one. That is 27 to hit.
Yep. I don't think you can not kill this thing.
Cool.
They have 6 HP, and I think just strength and rage, they're dead. So
Yeah, I have +9 to my attacks right now.
Oh god.
+9.
Yeah, go ahead and just describe your vibro axe as like humming with energy.
Cool. So she basically hits him on the side because I really didn't do that much damage. She hits him with a flat end to knock him to the ground, and then her foot steps on him, and she just like takes off his head in like the calmest manner, and then looks at the rest of him and kind of like breathes out, and this aura sort of just glows out again.
And all of this is like distressingly silent, unfortunately. Yeah, excellent. Good job. 1 down. 4 to go. We've got Rosh next on the ticket.
At 13, I had 15. Did
you?
I put it in the tiny text. I forgot.
Thank you.
Just out of habit, I rolled initiative on this sheet.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had you on. Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. Go for it.
I think I would like to shoot a chaos bolt at these fools.
Okay.
So I do need to target one creature first. Think I'm gonna go for the guy whose name we'll never find out about.
Probably not.
Ooh, that's only a 16.
That hits.
Okay. I forgot my spell attack bonus is +10, but all right. So it's not going to chain to anyone. Ooh. But it is going to be 9 points of force damage.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah.
So this chaos bolt slams into them, knocking them off balance. They kind of skid on the rubble beneath their feet, but they are still up.
That is going to be my turn.
All right. So that'll bring us now to Rashil.
All right. I think Rosh is going to step towards them, trying to get all of the 4 remaining within their usual death aura, and is going to instead this time is going to utter a arcane word under a divine word under their breath. Is going to cast divine word, because why not? Because I never have gotten to use this before.
Okay.
It's any number of creatures you can see within range, so I'm just doing the 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they have to all make charisma saving throws.
All right, rolling.
That's a big boy.
I don't know what this is even.
It's like a 7th
It is a 7th level spell.
So there's an 18, 13, 17, and 5.
Only the 18 makes it.
Okay, so that is the unnamed one. Well, the primary unnamed one saves, and the other do not.
The effect depends on how many hit points they have.
Okay.
If
all have less than, well, the highest one is 30.
Okay, cool. Then they are all blinded, deafened, and stunned for 1 hour.
Rip these guys.
Oh, rip 'em.
They come into my house.
All right, so
My
blind,
asteroid. My
blinded,
Shiva.
deafened, stunned, and
If they happen to be a celestial elemental fae fiend, then they are automatically forced back to their plane of origin. But
they aren't that,
assume
but fascinating. Okay,
I can drop this in the chat too. If you
no,
want.
that's okay.
This
I don't
is a
think
big boy spell.
Yeah, it is.
I do not think. Okay, this is cool. I'm very excited about this. Okay, so that means that everyone else. That means that Champ, you have advantage.
All right.
On
I
your
think it's
attack.
also an auto crit if they're stunned.
Oh, are they stunned?
They're
You
stunned
said
too?
stunned, yeah.
Blinded, deafened, and stunned. Yeah.
Stunned, I think, should be an auto crit, probably.
Oh, that's also only my bonus action.
What?
Sorry, I'm not trying to backseat you, but that's what's bonus action.
Oh man, I
Okay.
should have done the damage first.
No, dude.
Well, now you have advantage on whatever you're gonna do next.
Yeah, well, because as my action, I'm gonna do my other. I'm gonna do my my. Oh crap! What is it called? Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay.
Y'all don't need me.
So they're just.
They all have to make
God. There's-
Constitution saving throws.
All right. The first guy is rolled really well on all his saves. And
Good, I
it's
wanna kill him.
18. Everyone else, and then only one saved. Or 2 saved. I don't think it'll matter though for a lot of them.
So that's 12 plus my level, which is 16. 28 points of radiant damage to the others.
Okay, is it save for half?
Save for half, yeah.
Okay,
DC 18.
all right. So 20. Oh my God. Okay.
If I had done this in the right order, then if they failed, they would have died on the. If they had 20 hit points or less. But
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Well, I do want to give Champ a turn.
no, that's fine.
So
I didn't realize this was a
No,
bonus
it's
action
fine.
until Savannah
I like
pointed
it. I
out
can just
to
sit
me.
back and let everyone get demolished.
so as per
My day
you,
off.
two of them just burn up into like sparks, like someone kicked over the logs in a bonfire. They just the other 2 kind of writhe on the floor as like this burning light kind of it has just scorched all over them, including the primary unnamed one and then one henchman.
Cool.
So well done, Champ. It's your turn. They rolled a 7 on their initiative, so
Oh, this is just gonna be over instantly. Okay.
it will be over. It'll be over.
Yeah,
before they
I'm
can
just
do
gonna
anything.
pew pew with my gun twice, which is an advantage.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it? Wait, no, but you said it was an auto crit, so I don't even have to roll, right?
I can't find the auto crit
I-
damage, but
I think you roll with advantage.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
if
roll
you
with advantage.
hit, it's a
Then it counts as a crit. Ah, that's how
that
that
I
do.
thought.
Stunned
Well,
or
that's.
paralyzed?
I thought
think
that
that's
was
paralyzed.
but I might be wrong.
Oh, no.
I've been known.
In
to be
any
wrong.
case, I rolled a 19 to hit the first one.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, and then
Yeah, it's paralyzed is the one that has the critical hit.
Is there
part.
did not do as good on this
They're
one.
incapacitated means they can't take reactions and
Okay,
actions.
so they can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah. So it actually doesn't even matter what their turn. I just forgot. It doesn't matter where the initiative order was. It just can't go.
They can't do anything for an hour.
They can't do anything
We just
for an
okay.
hour.
And 16 for the second hit.
That also hits.
Okay.
What's your damage for the first? I mean,
Here, let me roll damage.
or here's so for the first
Oh,
guy,
shouldn't have added dueling.
the leader guy has 3 hit points,
Okay.
and the other one
well,
has 14.
Ah! I rolled an 8 for the first guy and 13 for the second.
Okay, so how many? But do you not have 3 attacks at a fighter at this level?
I have at least 2. I don't think I have 3 quite
I
yet.
have at least 2.
Yeah, hang on. Let me extra attack. I can attack 3 times.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Pew pew pew. Oh well, I quitted on the last one, but
You what it?
I got a natural 20.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, describe it. I mean, just kind of mow them down.
Yeah, just sort of pick them off. As my friend just like hit the hammer a few times.
Just so Champ fans the hammer and then kind of like walks over to the other one and is like,
Yeah, just make sure.
That seems right.
yeah.
Also,
Just give fist bump to champ. Nice.
Ryan, we had a redemption for a loot drop in the chat.
Yeah, I saw
Oh.
that. And so I will. Okay. Ugh. As this battle ends, and you all like the silence field kind of dissipates. Vincent, you start to feel queasy. I don't know what table I'm going to roll on yet, but go ahead and roll a D100 and I'll.
Oh dear, it's happening again. 79.
So something you should know, sometimes weird stuff happens around our crew, just so you know. Like,
Weird stuff happens around
this-
Vincent.
yeah.
Oh.
But
Barely even did any magic.
we had a conversation about it the other day. He's very worried that it's making us upset. We all know that it's not, that we talked about it.
I think it's great. I'm so excited to figure out what happens.
Yeah, sometimes he pukes up some really good toys that we use.
Well, I'm glad
And
that you
sometimes
guys
he
are
just
having
actually pukes.
I'm glad that you're having conversations about this. It's very good to have open lines of communication between your companions.
It is. It took a long time to get here. Everyone was very closed off at first.
Yes, I find that happens with adventuring parties. I don't understand why.
I don't know. My philosophy has always been to tell the truth. And
Me too.
everything. Yes.
Emotional attachments are difficult when you're afraid people around you are going to die every 20 minutes or so.
That also
Well,
becomes troublesome.
I will say I also just rolled a natural 20 for 25 on a performance check for just how big an ordeal this is.
Oh dear. Well, we'll see what you already rolled a.
Yes, it was 79. Ryan's just
Yeah.
deciding what table.
Ah, okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it a
Oh,
bag
no.
of tricks?
It's not that. I would X-nay that, but wait, what is this? Okay.
These.
Wait, I can't. When you have it for. Doesn't say what it does. Oh wait, yeah, it does. Never mind. Okay. So you spit out a small oh crap. Where did it say it? Sorry, I'm reading this thing, trying to get the. I'm so sorry, my reading skills are not working. Where did it say? I thought I could have sworn I saw it just now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we'll say I don't care anymore. So it's gonna a small stone pops out of your mouth and begins to fall to the ground, but before it hits the ground, it just stops, then hovers back up and begins to float in front of your face. It's like a violet stone that's glowing with energy. And you have just have an ion stone of fortitude.
You just give these out in your games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll on the table.
Only when the chat decides to give it to us, though.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. It's when Kitty shows up.
When Kitty shows
When
up.
Kitty Sparkle shows up, we gonna get
Okay, so this is the one increases your Constitution score by 2 to a maximum of 20.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm out because mine's already 20.
Yeah.
I could use this, but I believe it does require attunement, which I think I'm maxed out already.
What this?
Champ, are you maxed out on attunements now?
Champ is not.
Yeah, I've got like nothing.
You got the dancing thing last time.
I did. Okay, I need to add that, but I do have 2 extra.
You do have 2 more. Is your
Dancing sword. I knew there was something I had to add on here. What was your question?
Is your con? What's your con modifier or score?
It's 18, so it could go up still.
Okay, yeah.
The limit is 20, right?
Champ, then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
While this is happening, Jackie's going around making sure that nothing's on fire.
Many things are on fire.
She's very stamping them out, and she's using her cloak to like.
Okay.
After Vincent recovers and just like, oh, here is gonna also go around and use control flames to cantrip it out.
All right. So so within very quickly the situation kind of is brought under control. There are a lot of people running out of the exits. You notice that Chrome Ned and Elizabeth are no longer there. Chrome Ned has followed earlier protocols and just swept her up and took her back to the ship. But I guess the music isn't still going. But the DJ just has like really good headphones. He just didn't notice everything.
Didn't notice anything yet.
They're still going and still kind of like spinning this ball that they're like making music out of. But yeah, so excellent. You have just beat the Purifier monks that we've wrapped up that storyline.
Never to go back to.
Yeah.
Wow.
And and you can all vacate this bar and go back to the ship if you'd like.
When are you planning on traveling?
Well, we're going to talk about that, but soon.
Yes, I believe we just had a little bit of business here, and now that we have our sort of plan, it was going to be leaving fairly soon.
I might help out here and rebuild a few things. Like this wall seems to be a pretty big problem. If you want to go have a discussion, I'll come find you.
And then the bartender goes like, "Hey, a new door! What luck! We've been needing the bad entrance over here. There's so many problems getting people in through that little squeaky door over there. But here's a new door!
Hey!
There's a
Oh, what
on
great-
this planet too.
What great news we have!" It's like, God, just gotta clear out the rubble and put up a little some sort of crown mold in there, and it's gonna look so good.
I'm glad you like it. Here, let me help you lift some things. Where will you be where I can find you?
Well, our ship is the Arcturus. Gonna describe it. We're in the docks.
You can't miss it.
Okay. Have your discussion. Open communication is very important.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
Jackie.
See you soon.
Thank you, Jackie. We'll see you very soon.
Bye bye. And I will spend time cleaning up and helping this door look more like a door. Perhaps even building them an actual door. Very quickly.
Oh, you carpent?
I do a little bit of everything.
Ah, you're a Renaissance bull. We like those here.
You're so sweet.
Ah, thank you. And friends are made.
Assume we all just get back to the Arcturus, and Rosh just says, "So, I think that was rather pleasant evening. I didn't think anything would come of it, but we've dealt with one of our adversaries and made a new friend."
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they were still following us, but I guess, a certain level of zealotry will do that.
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised they were able to find us. That seems not good.
Yeah, not
It was
great.
very convenient.
Well, doesn't matter. They're gone now.
Right. They're gone. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. So, when should we be leaving? I believe we'll be supplied the best we can be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just... I don't know, I kind of assumed we were waiting to have more concrete details from the twins and, from Lisbeth too, about what we needed to do so that if we do go... Although I guess that depends on, how much we're actually planning on telling the Concord. Because if we go and saying, hey, we know this ancient ritual that will fix the alien problem, or if it's, how we're approaching this.
Well, regardless, we can certainly tell them that.
I mean,
Drew and Julia and Elizabeth aren't going to stop working just because we're traveling.
right. And I was under the impression that the research into this matter is going to take some time, and it's more convenient for us to try to make some headway towards marshalling forces, so that if and when the devices and spells are ready, we can go ahead and make our move as soon as possible.
Also, I believe the idea was to use the engine as proof.
So we approach the Concord first, offer the plans to the engine that we took from Ocelot, and offer them our honest opinions on the matter, which is that we're all going to die if we don't do something about this.
Yeah.
It's pretty convincing.
I think that's our best bet. And I think we should do it sooner rather than later.
I agree. Is there anything we need to do here that we need to prepare ourselves for approaching the Concord specifically?
Besides, say your goodbyes.
Yeah, that's probably a good one.
I've already spoken with my mother on the subject. She's aware we're going to be leaving soon, as is Father Ramon. So, and we'll be back fairly. Our plan is to come back as soon as we've done this. So, lengthy goodbyes I don't think are needed at this time. That'll be more of a undertaking when we finally set out to close the gates.
Yeah, so I think we're more or less set here, though. I don't know what the legal system is like on Shemachmander. Is this the kind of don't leave town situation we just left, or?
No, the church handles most of the peacekeeping around here, so I'll speak with Father Ramon, make sure they understand what happened, and I'm sure it'll be fine. They attacked us first, so, and burned down half the establishment. Though I can't say many of the church are going to be upset that Thirst will maybe be out of business for a bit of time and has a ill reputation amongst the community. Lots of teenagers frequenting the establishment and young adults.
I
neglecting
don't
their
understand how that's
studies.
the establishment's problem.
I would agree with you. Just parents have their concerns. There's a whole HOA association that has their problem with it.
You would do well to remember how much people here listen to you.
Still not quite used to that. So, I'll advise Father Ramon of the situation, and hopefully the purifiers, that's the last we see of them, and they don't come back while we're gone.
I mean, if they do, we really did take care of them quite quickly.
I do feel a little bad for that.
I don't. They show up first.
I'll make sure the
They didn't.
properly disposed of.
It blew up the wall first, but yes, in direct confrontation, Vincent
Very
shot first.
Vincent shot.
Episode, they shot first.
Yeah.
They've been
They actually-
following us for like literal years.
Mhm.
Fair.
And they
In that context,
and they
fair.
blew up. Were there casualties, like civilians that got hurt in the?
They blew a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
Weirdly, no one got hurt. It's crazy.
crazy.
It's just
Very controlled explosion.
it's very tasteful explosion, really. I don't know why you got so bent up out of shape about it. That you leapt to murder.
Chimochimandi has very strict stand your ground laws, so I think we were in all right there.
Well, Vincent is really the one that has to worry about that, technically.
Let's not even like talk about space Florida. That's a
Face. Oh dear.
Space Florida, it's illegal to not have a gun. So
Great.
no, I don't feel bad. If they've been following us for all that time, they knew what they were getting into.
Are we all on board with bringing Jackie along with us?
She seems pretty great.
From the read that I got, I didn't think she had anything to do with the purifiers showing up. I think that was just a coincidence. Or else she is very deceptive.
Yeah.
As long as
I
she doesn't get in the
agree.
way.
But also out of character, what if we just said no and then Elby's just there the rest
no.
of the
There's a
session?
couch here. I'll just go lay down.
I'll say that Ned will be like, she's pretty great, right?
We show up together.
As long as she doesn't get in the way. We've got work to do.
Exactly. Well, I think more on our side, we've been talking about marshalling forces and finding more allies. I know one person added to that isn't exactly what we were looking for, but we have to start somewhere.
Well, if it's another one of Champ or another one of me,
Exactly.
makes a difference.
And if this does come to a fight, maybe we can convince Jackie to assist with the arcades in some way.
We'll see.
And it seems like she has friends, so. Alright. Sounds like we have a plan.
Okay. Leave in the morning.
I'll start getting the ship ready. And even before this conversation, did check with Elizabeth, make sure she wasn't hurt before we went into this little huddle, but
She's gone. Ran off with her. They've eloped to Space Florida.
Oh no.
Ew, no. Oh no. Yeah, she's just texting her friends, the Mackenzies. I don't remember all the different Mackenzies, but Mackenzie, and Mackenzie. You texted all of them.
They have a group chat.
Yeah, there's a group chat. But yeah, so you're all currently on the Arcturus. Is there anything that you all would like to do before we take a break? Is there a short scene?
I'm just going to say that when Jackie arrives at the ship, somehow she has a full plate of like desserts that were gifted to her by someone, and she's like, "Yeah, if you guys want anything, it's just sometimes people give me things and I can't eat all these by myself. So here you go."
Have you tasted them?
Yes, I've had one of each just to be polite.
Okay, they're probably not poisoned.
People don't usually poison me. Is that something that happens to you a lot?
A lot of things happen to us.
Is it anything you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. If you ever need to, I have very large ears.
I actually don't think we've been poisoned today. I was thinking about it. That might be the one thing we've avoided.
Though they're not going to bring it up, but do be wary of just pits opening up underneath you. That one seems to happen an unbelievably common amount of times for the fact that, pits don't just open up randomly, and yet they do.
Oh, interesting. I've had friends stick arms in holes in walls and then come out without them, so I've learned that holes are usually bad.
Well, everyone's made it out fine out of these pits, but they still just happen.
I will keep an eye out, but thank you.
Sure, we have a spare bunk you can use.
Well, I can sleep on the floor. I don't want to be a bother.
No, we have a couple of extra rooms that no one's using.
We've had some turnover.
I see. I will curl up on a bunk before we go. Well,
Are you putting her in the bunk room where you defrosted the dead or where Pace's dead body was, or the mummy's dead body was?
There's all separate rooms.
I think there were separate rooms because you packed her with snow, right? At one point.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
And then the mummy, you put it somewhere. Yeah.
Well, we at least know we have Pace's old room and Bolster's old room on the ship.
Yeah. So, and Champ took one of them, and so there's one room remaining for sure.
Cool. Is it the room with the dead body in it?
There's no body there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Just might have a little bit of a.
I'm just thinking
there was a dead body in it. I think we got the smell out.
It's fine.
There once was a dead body in the bunk. I'm not going to do the rest of the limerick
There
right
was
now.
not as much water damage as I thought there was going to be. You should be fine.
I am happy to sleep anywhere.
Excellent. With that, we'll go ahead and take our break here, and we'll be back in just a little bit. So for right now, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out in chat. We got Kitty and Modlight and Greg Sid, and we got Mike Oman. And very excited to have you all with us. And we'll be back in a minute. And so I'll just leave you with all holes are bad, but
Don't stick your arms in them. You might lose it.
See you soon. Welcome back, computer land people. We are here for part 2 of this part of the other parts from Wildspace that is going on tonight. This is January 21st, I believe, 2021. Month's almost over. Kind of wild.
Date the video, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll take dates wherever I can get them, Alex. So.
Well. Yeah, it's like the 21st day of the 21st century.
The 21st year, the 21st century, the 21st
Actually,
day.
It's the 21th hour of that day.
It is.
Depending on that time zone, it sure is.
On the East Coast.
Point.
Depending on that time zone.
Fuck everyone else.
Yep. Excellent. So, cool. So where we left off, everyone's kind of settling into their bunks. We got some honks and bunks at the at their Arcturus on Chamachamandir. So, I think. So, I will offer that Rosh on your tablet You do have a message from Father Ramon, suggesting that perhaps an individual that you could speak with at the Concord is the Concord's sec rep, or the sector representative of the Garen sector, whose name is Anya Markel. She is one of the representatives of your entire sector that represents the interests of. She is one of the many people who represents the many interests of those within the sector to the Concord itself, and it is someone that he is familiar with, has met before, and suggests that she might be a good person to speak with first.
Can you run that name on me one more time?
Anya Markel.
Anya Markel. Okay.
But yeah, so unless there was anything else you all wanted to do while you're on the asteroid itself of Chamachamandir, otherwise, Vincent, you fire up the engines of the Arcturus that shake the whole ship. Kind of like everyone within it kind of like feels jitter as it first lifts off, but as soon as you kind of break free from the artificial atmosphere that is kind of teardropped around Chamachamandir and break through, everything just kind of immediately kind of goes steady, and the gravity within the artificial gravity within the ship takes over, and with the overwhelming sense of just kind of quiet, other than like the sounds of like the hum. Well, that's not quiet. There's like hums of engines and everything around you, but as you gear up towards going towards the capital city, do you want to go through the arc gate, or do you want to just like zip there with your arc light drive?
Would be kind of a power move to just show up there, but also it might be like, who the hell are you? Shoot us down. So maybe we should just go through the arc gate for now.
Okay. So yeah, so there's going to be that adds some time to your travel. You're just going to be in the ship, almost queuing up in this arc gate to get like launched over to the central sector of the Selectus system, and where the capital itself exists. So there's time for you all to talk about things, or to or just work on your own things. I don't know if anyone has any downtime stuff they want to do. If they want, there's conversations, crafting, or chilling. There's time.
Does anyone want to just play cards or something? I find myself incredibly bored.
I'll play.
Sure. What cards are you speaking of?
The playing kind.
Yes, but what game?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know any games?
I taught you poker, but you're terrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Rosh would play Go Fish because you have to be honest about what's in your hands.
I was thinking of games that don't involve bluffing.
Yeah. Like.
And that's literally like all of
Most card games.
Yeah.
Have you ever played War?
No.
It is a two-person game, but you can play it with three. You take a third of the deck, and everyone puts down the card, face up. Whoever
Biggest
has the
card
highest card wins the hand. If there are any doubles, then you put down 2 cards, and then flip over another one.
You run out of cards, you lose.
Right.
Alright. This is how there's any bluffing or anything involved in that.
No, you can't lie about a face-up card.
Good. That sounds fun then.
And no illusions.
I cannot do magic.
That would be the same as lying.
Just as a rule.
Right. Alright, I'll grab some cards then.
All right.
I'll grab some
Um,
drinks.
Oh, I'm sorry, I do not drink.
I don't know how to do this.
We have other, like water and things.
Oh, alright. Most people, when they say drinks, they imply.
Oh, that's not how you do it.
Just going to ask what you wanted. But
Well, then I apologize for not letting you finish.
would you like some water?
Yes, please.
Can we play this with 5 people if Vincent... I know Vincent's driving the ship, but I'm sure it can go on autopilot.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We'd have to get more decks, though. We'd run out of cards very quickly.
I've got some.
Perfect.
Vincent, champ, playing cards.
All right.
On my way.
All right.
I get Kitty to get everybody drinks.
I'm gonna try this.
And now the rest of the session
are you
is
doing
figuring
some-
out cards in Roll20.
I'm trying to give you all cards.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
not in roll 20.
Yeah, the issue is going to be that 2 of the players aren't even in rolls.
Wait, I have a deck of real cards.
Ow.
You can just use real cards. It doesn't have to all be the same deck. It's
We
fine.
can just roll.
I'm gonna deal 2 more cards to Morgan because he didn't get any.
I don't
Wait.
see anything.
I'm gonna use these as parslings.
The little,
Well, I see like a box now.
Hold on, let me. I
Playing.
need to-
Oh, it says draw.
Created the
Okay.
monster. I'm sorry.
This is what happens
Oh, whoops.
during this game.
Bless you.
Bless
And that's why we like
Rosh,
it.
bless you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna recall these. I'm gonna deal them again. I've never used these before, so bear with me.
Oh, those numbers went away. Wait, was that our card number?
Those
yeah, that
were-
was
those were-
what was in our hand.
All right,
Oh,
hey.
Okay, because I can see
And
everybody.
Gwen and Jackie deal. Well, this is too many, but we'll just do 10 cards each. How's that sound? For a second, I was about like, how can I get everyone as many cards as possible? I'm like, no, we can't do
So
this
many
all night.
cards.
And Vincent. Okay.
Thank you.
Wait, what? Why is it deal? Hold on.
This is how I play D&D on Thursdays.
There.
Yeah. All right, so
It's too complicated. Vincent can just default to making some
Joke.
glass jewelry for everyone.
why is it not dealing anymore? It was working.
We could just have idle conversation and figure out who wins.
I did just find another C that we added to
Oh.
the group though, because we didn't do any of the C's that Ryan gave us. We did cards instead.
Okay, got it. I got it. You have decks now.
Oh. Okay, is that what the 10 in the corner is?
Yeah.
On our little thing? Okay.
I don't know how you use them. I just gave them to you.
All right, I'm going to click it and see what happens.
I can't
All right.
see my cards.
They're
Cards
above
in
your
hand.
name.
Okay.
No, I mean,
They don't actually come up when you click on them. It opens the menu, but it doesn't show any cards. Is there like a show?
Draw
Shows it for
one
me.
card. Draw. Oh, that just gave me 11. That didn't do it.
Oh, you drew a card? You cheater.
No, I'm trying to like
I'm stealing one of your cards, okay?
do it. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, so like I click on the 10 and it shows me a bunch of my cards.
I'm,
but then,
I'm stealing one of your cards.
like I guess I would just draw
Okay,
them
maybe I
in
need to
order.
reset. Oh,
I'm gonna
Dungeon Buddy
refresh
wants to
it.
steal a card from my hand? Sure. That's
I'm
funny.
gonna
Give me a
refresh
little
my page
notification.
'cause,
All right, yeah,
for
I'm gonna
some reason-
refresh roll 20 and see if that fixes it.
If you're subscribed
So I can see the
to our
10
channel,
when I click it.
Oh, there they go.
Thank you.
You can see it
You're
now.
our
Okay.
favorite.
For some reason, like the deck wasn't actually showing up. It was just showing me the number.
Gotcha.
10.
This is what you pay money
Yeah, same.
for. And you're welcome.
So we'll go ahead. We'll do this for another 4 minutes max.
Okay.
Then we'll move on. I'm just very curious. I don't know. I think this is fun.
No,
I'm
this
just
is
trying out new features.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of murder in the last like couple weeks. We just like
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I think I see a card now. Okay, wait. Oh, I can see now. Okay.
All right.
what do
Everyone
we
play
do
your
with
first
this?
card, I
My
guess.
Let's
thing's
see.
not loaded.
Do you need to
Aw,
give
Jackie,
How do
Val
we?
30 cards totals? Or oh, they're using real cards there?
Yeah, they're gonna use real cards.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
so like I grab the first one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
go
going
ahead.
in the order that
I'm
they are
waiting
for
for
my
roll
deck.
20 to respawn. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna just
So
move my
far,
token
looks
over
like
here.
Jack.
Let's do 'em in
Looks
order.
like Jackie is the winner of
I think
this
Jackie
first hand.
wins.
Hey.
You just
I'm
doing
gonna do
it
that.
with-
Aha!
So here's what we're gonna do. Right. Here's what we're gonna do.
This is
Since
fun.
you can't collect cards of
I
other
can.
people. Oh, I guess you can. Well, yeah. Then you can collect 4 cards.
Thank you.
Ready?
Oh, I gotta go. Okay.
Draw.
Throwing it over to the side.
Oh, it's
Are aces low or high?
low.
Ooh.
I like it. Oh, they're low.
I usually use aces as high.
Oh, really?
I like aces high.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Looks
that's
like I
good to
win
know.
that one.
yeah.
All right. So do I need to deal how many more cards to you?
2 more for my spoils pile. I'll just take 2 from this discard pile over there.
There you go, that works.
Perfect.
Ready? Draw. Damn it.
Ooh, a queen.
Oh.
Who got
Someone
the
got the
Joker?
I don't know what the Joker means.
Well,
The
if-
Joker-
Well, if you're doing aces high, then Joker's low.
Joker means that you can decide whatever you want.
Wild card.
So I win.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. The game
you
is
go.
over.
Hey!
You want it to be that? Okay.
Because I do have another Joker in my lineup that I can see.
Oh, really? Oh, I should have shuffled them before I dealt then. Maybe
Yeah,
that's a
jeez.
problem.
What kind of?
I just assumed
Either
that
are
they would
ya.
have come shuffle. Maybe not. Because you all were putting like 9s and 10s at the same time. I think it's just, yeah.
I mean, the rest of mine kind of seem shuffled.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
then-
do. Yeah,
then I
mine are.
don't- Okay, then I have no idea. I have no idea.
Val's just lucky. All right. Go again.
Draw.
Oh, we're on a different screen now.
Yeah. We'll just go to the
Cards have been
different screen.
taken away.
We'll just stop the cards.
Well,
They
alright,
were
if
fun.
you're gonna win cheaply, fine.
I think that was a. Well, the Joker means you do what you like. Yes.
What
I
would
assume
you like to
so.
do,
It's the
Russell?
goal not to win.
Well, the goal is to win, but I've never heard that rule before. That seems
I usually remove the Joker cards when I played the game, so I've never. Somebody shouted it out, and I think that was just what we accepted.
well.
Yeah, Kitty, do you not know that you're supposed to take the jokers out when you deal?
I'm very sorry, but I am very happy to bring you some mouche bouge or something to some sort of like cheese snacks. How are we feeling?
Whiskey's fine, Kitty.
Whiskey, of course.
Do you remember
Always
the
for Gwen.
tea that I told you or that I helped you make the other time because you did it so poorly? Do you
Rosh.
what? I'm just you did a bad job and I had to explain how to make it.
It is true. I did do a bad job. And that's not spilling the tea. That is just straight facts.
Ha!
That's unkind.
What? Anyway, if you could make a pot of tea, that would be lovely.
Of course, I'll do my best. But who knows? I'm just a soulless machine.
That's fine.
We've been teaching him sarcasm.
Ah, I thought that was a little harsh, but I did not want to judge you.
Wait, sarcasm.
What are you doing?
We'll talk about it one day.
Why are you going to the capital, if I may ask?
Oh, did we not explain that?
I did not ask.
We're going to speak with the Concord.
Mm-hmm.
You know how shit's kind of fucked?
In general, or something specific?
Have you been to Yuval recently?
Both.
No, I have not.
Well, there's
their
a
shit's
reason for
fucked.
that.
Right, it's closed off, right?
Yes.
We're going to fix it.
I heard there were creatures there.
Yes. Sort of elder beings that came in through a portal to a far dimension that are trying to reclaim their hold on the
They're going to
universe
kill everyone.
and- Yes.
That would be bad.
It would, so we're going to stop them.
Wonderful. And how are you going to do that?
Well, Champ and I with swords, I think.
Yeah, maybe some blasters too, but depends.
Well, we're sort of trying to get as many people as possible to kill the creatures that came through so that we can use some powerful technologies and magics to seal off the Arc Gate
So they can't come through.
so they can't come through.
So you have many resources then to do this.
Well,
That's part of what we're working on.
I see. Do you have a benefactor?
That's why we're going to the capital.
Other than the church, no.
Oh, well, I would love to help.
That would be excellent. Do you have many comrades?
I have a lot of friends.
They have a very large axe.
Mm-hmm.
Friends that could fight or provide assistance or resources or...
Yes, I'm sure they could.
Well, excellent.
I also have many resources myself.
Good.
You're some kind of secret heiress or something.
No, people just give me things. It's kind of nice. I've never really needed money. But people give it to me, so...
Is it for the killing?
No,
Mostly?
not usually. It's usually in thanks.
That's kind of how things were
Well,
when I used to live in Shamachamandia and some of the surrounding systems. I would go places and people would provide me with a place to live or food or things like that. I found other parts of the galaxy that we've gone to be less accommodating since we started traveling together. I don't know what that says about religious influence in the galaxy as a whole or the state of our moral future.
I think you might be thinking about this too much.
Possibly.
I don't know if you're thinking about it enough, but...
Things seem to work out for me.
Sure they do, Jackie.
So how much money do you need?
Somewhere between more than we have and infinite.
That's a lot of numbers.
Probably also need some ships and stuff. People to drive said ships.
No, that's why we're going to the Concord.
We essentially need armies.
So we're gonna go to anybody who will speak to us. Starting at the capital.
Well, I could forward you some money when we get there.
You know what? I don't think we've discussed taking donations yet, but that seems like a good place to start. Perhaps we should.
Set up a GoFundMe or something to, help save the universe.
I could talk to some of my friends too.
Sounds like a great plan. We'd very much appreciate that.
Do you have any friends in sort of like politics and stuff? Because we're gonna talk to some fancy people at the Capitol.
GM, do I have any friends who are in politics?
You tell me.
Oh.
Yes, I met a few politicians. They're no, is it they're senators? Would there be
Sure.
senators?
Sure.
Yes. They're very kind people. I saved their house from being burned down. And their house dog.
The yard dog, there was no saving, but the house dog, just fine.
The yard dog did not need saving because it was not in the burning house.
Well, if you can put us in touch with these senators, then that would be much appreciated.
Yes, of course.
We do have one contact. I think I told you all about this. Father Ravon gave me someone that we can speak with once we arrive at the capital. So, might be a good place to start. And perhaps they know your senators.
That would be very lucky.
It would.
So, how did you all meet?
It's a very long story.
It's an incredibly long story.
And it's all on YouTube.
So many seasons worth of story.
You know, if I were to tell this story once every other week for about 3 hours, I think it would take about 2 years. Yeah. And some gaps in between.
I see. Does anyone need an ear to listen to, a back to be cracked, a stomach to be filled? While I'm here, I'm happy to help.
Am I the only one that took damage during the fight?
Oh, I was assuming we got all rested since then.
I did 1 point of damage to myself.
Oh, during the scrap.
What fight?
One band-aid.
Putting a new band-aid on my arm. No, I'm fine.
Okay. Champ, I really enjoy your fighting style. I like your look too. You're very, like, futuristic slim.
I mean, it's nice when you have a body that you could just customize how you like.
Is it all?
Sure, it's
like-
harder for you fleshy bit
Yeah,
folks.
yeah. Do you not have any fleshy bits?
Not that I'm aware of.
Have you looked inside yourself lately?
It's like a blue screen of like, does not compute.
Secret
Please
fleshy
don't break
bits.
the wall.
Secret. Oh no.
I had a kidney this whole time.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
Oh, yes, the
now I'm gonna be thinking about that the rest of the night.
the fleshy bits tend to be a bit
If
of a
Champ has
problem.
secret
It's like
fleshy bits.
scars everywhere.
She's like, oh no, am I cyborg?
Oh.
What?
Would I know if I was a cyborg?
Holy gasp.
Yes. Hmm.
Just the spleen left.
So, yeah, just like the appendix, the one thing you don't need.
Yeah.
It's still there.
That's all that's left.
I wonder if I could replace my arms with one like Champ's.
I'm sure you could.
Probably.
They're pretty nice. You can put lots of weapons and things in them.
Yeah. I mean, these are going to give out eventually.
I was going to ask about your goo.
Oh, that's friend.
Is this a saying I do not know?
No, that's the name.
The name of their arms?
No, the
say
name of
hello.
the goo.
Little goo.
It is a creature.
It's friend. Please don't lick friend.
Sorry.
I've never thought about this. I don't know what friend tastes like.
I don't think the tongue actually makes contact. I think that's
Okay.
more for Bull Brain was like.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I think you get a little bit of like a whiff, like scented gack, just a little bit.
While rather codependent, a sentient creature.
Interesting. Do you have conversations?
Not so much. It's more of a
Parasite. Oh.
Well-
Brain conversations.
symbiote.
I see. Do they have any influence over your brain?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Good. I've run into many problems with symbiotic relationships where one person thinks they're in charge, but then they're not in charge, and then they decide that they want to be in charge.
No, but I can do this, and I'm gonna let friend like slurp down and just like spider climb across.
Okay.
Upside down on the ceiling.
Cool.
Ah. This is a very fun ship. I'm very glad that I came on this trip. I can just light myself on fire.
Well, please don't get out of the ship.
I would not.
Your tea, Russell.
Thank you.
Come down from the ceiling. Sorry, Kitty.
It's all right. I don't mind the goop or the fire in the kitchen, where I prepare food every day.
I'll clean it up.
Can I help you with that? I'm a very good cook.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would love to learn new recipes if you have any.
Of course. How much time do you have?
Seeing that I am anchored into the ship and cannot go anywhere, I have all the time that there is before the laws of entropy take us all.
Wow. I like this one.
He has a good bartender voice too, but he won't ever turn it on.
Come
And I can try
on.
toggling the switch.
I'm merely. That would be a total dick move. I
it
don't
fun?
remember what he sounded like.
Well, it's better than Kitty's original programmed voice. We
Yeah.
had a lot, spent a lot of time
Sorry.
trying to get Kitty to be more
Chill.
easily understandable,
Mm.
more pleasant tone. I'd rather not mess with the settings anymore and risk them defaulting back to that.
That's true, but that option is available to you should you wish to put in your own custom options into my voice modulator.
Are you saying you'll speak differently to each of us?
Brian
Never.
has backed himself into a corner.
No, I will speak differently if the voice modulator settings are customized, but there's no user profiles that I can assign to each of you. Unfortunately, that is a feature that the developers have not built into me at this moment.
You might be able to download the patch for that later.
Dear Space Jesus, I hope not.
I would never allow that to happen. Against
Thank
your
you,
will.
Space. Thank you, Space Jesus.
Try and stop me.
Thank you, Space Jesus. Well, good. When we get there, we'll speak to my senators, because I might disappear at some point. Sometimes I just get drawn into things. Also, I will be leaving probably at some point.
So you just disappear, you just vanish sometimes.
Well, not actually vanish, but I do sometimes people need my help, so I go do things with them. I'm a traveler.
They have to ask because some of us do just vanish sometimes.
Really?
Yes, it has happened.
Vincent, most of the time.
Mm.
Occasionally
Well,
me.
we should probably make the most use of your time with us then, as far as helping us in case you were to disappear in, let's say, the next 57 minutes or so.
Right. Vincent, how does your magic work?
Well, that's a question, isn't it?
That
sometimes
story is
it-
longer than how we met.
It does work, but it also, if we're sticking with kind of a programming metaphor after that conversation with Kitty, the bugs are kind of a feature.
I see. I knew a caster a long time ago. His name was Bethesda. He had a lot of problems that were very similar to this. And every time he could have had them fixed and he tried something new, they never fixed them. They still had the same problems.
I think I have read the story of the warlock Bethesda.
Bethany Esda.
Beth.
You
Oh,
have.
Beth.
Not personally, but
Ah.
I've heard of their work.
I was able to help them. A little bit.
It seems like most of the things that I heard were of spells and other things that they were working on that just never quite
Right.
managed to come around.
Right, they rushed through things and tried spells too early. Yes, they tried to fix things but broke other things. It's
Yes.
very difficult. That's why I do not use magic. I just burst into flames.
Right. Well, as
You understand.
as someone who has actually, have I ever done flames? I know it's been necrotic energy, and I can do radiant energy, but that's also different from the magic. That I think is maybe because of the whole genetic experiment thing. I'm not entirely clear on that.
At some point.
Probably, but it is, I'm not just a one-trick pony. I'm a, 100-trick pony or thereabouts.
While Vincent does open up a lot of pits on the ship, never once has he blown it up in a blaze of flame. So
Wow. I've never blown anything up not on purpose either. That's good. I'm glad that you have that amount of control on your powers, Vincent. You seem like a very capable caster, and I appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you. It is, definitely as I've figured out what it actually is, I've gained more control as I have learned and practiced with my capabilities, but certainly back, when we were first running together, that was a sight to see back then.
Well, you seem like you have a very capable and succinct team, and I'm very happy to be here and a part of it.
Excellent. Well, everyone's getting along together. So nice. So nice.
God, he's gonna throw something at us, isn't he?
That's usually the voice he does before.
And Dana.
And then the
wall gets busted out.
Then the wall gets busted out, and you're flying in space like little darts that go out towards the moon. And you get a bullseye because you're a Minotaur. So
Try not to spit my beverage all over my friends. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. It doesn't affect me, so I'm okay with it. Okay, so just to make it explicit, is there a conversation that needs to happen on the plane, or do I just keep it going?
I mean, I think we've all sort of agreed that we're gonna get there, Vincent's gonna talk to them, and we're all gonna be very quiet, unless swords need to be drawn.
Okay.
I mean, is there a reason why? Well, I guess during the negotiation part of it, are we planning on lying to these people?
Vincent is planning on being extremely persuasive, I think. And maybe deceptive, but that's up to Vincent.
All right.
Yes. If we had to quantify it, I just kind of am passively persuasive to the count of 20. And if I'm just casually lying, that's even more.
So.
This disconcerts me.
Why?
Well, just if we begin to try to deceive the people we're trying to get help from, eventually they're going to find out, and...
But we're not going to outright lie.
With the Concord, if anything, it's most likely going to be, lies of omission. Now, if and when we go to Ocelot, there's going to be a certain level of, hey, look at this technology we have that we definitely didn't steal from you. Though one could say is rightful payment for the terrible genetic experiments you conducted on me and my siblings.
Are you okay?
Or any of us?
I think I've mostly worked through it. Also partially in communion with my pseudo-parent, who is a dead angel.
We did save a lot of your clone siblings recently. Anyway, so yes, perhaps some light deception. This has never troubled us before, and I don't know why it would now at the inevitable death of our universe.
I mean, you know my stats on lying.
Do I?
Yes. Do you?
Because you've been 100% forthright with all of us lately.
Three hours later. No, I'm just kidding. Continue. Sorry.
Is there something you need to talk about?
I'm not sure.
Is there something you need them to talk about?
I don't think that's any of your business, Jeremy. I will be back here.
I will stand in the back then.
All right, so main talking points. We have a plan and the capability to fix Yuval. We mostly just need people to watch our backs while we do so.
Back up, yes.
And what do we say so that they don't just be like, okay, give us that technology, tell us how to do it, and we'll take it from there? Or if they do that, do we let them and then we still show up anyway once we know they're going to be there?
Well, I think showing them that we have the actual technology is much more powerful than showing them we have the schematics. If they think we're the ones that have it and know how to use it, they'll back our play instead of taking it from us.
So maybe we should just skip the arc gate queue and pop straight in.
Make a statement. You're the one that has to talk us out of it, so.
Yeah, all right. I think, feel more confident about my talking skills than my piloting skills. So as long as I don't, pop us into the planet, I think we'll be okay.
Is that a possibility?
I mean, theoretically, we are the first vessel that is, figured out arc light travel not via the gates. So, we're still figuring out exactly how it works, but
That's not happened yet, though.
All right,
You've been doing great, Vincent.
I'm good.
No, we trust you, Vincent. So.
all right. Let's
think it's our
fire this
strongest
puppy
bet.
up.
Okay. All right. You go to the controls within the cockpit. You switch on the nav computer. You plot the point in space and where you need to emerge. The ship begins to shudder and quiver as the arc engine begins to swell with energy, and then whoom, you leave Garen sector and emerge light years and light years and light years away in the Selectus system. Just come out of an envelope of space, and the space in which you occupy, there was an errant little stone that was just like kind of orbiting around the nearby planet, and in the cargo bay, like a bullet, something begins to deflect around. A lot of like you hear this sound in the cargo bay as something breaks in a way that sounds expensive, but maybe not. But that's cargo bay. But you have traveled alone, and now find yourself staring down at the planet of Preyas 9, where the capital exists. And on the radar, there flew few bloops and bleeps as seems like a flurry of activity seems to respond to your sudden emergence and begins its way towards you. What do you do?
Gonna open a channel and basically just say, "This is the Arcturus 8. I recognize that our arrival is unorthodox, but we request an immediate audience with the Concord to discuss the situation at Yuval."
Okay. Sure. Give me a charisma check.
Just straight charisma, or
Yeah, just give me a charisma check. The DC is not.
You know what? Just to try and make it happen before we lose our guest, I'm gonna Tides of Chaos that. Okay, that's much better. That's now a 21.
Okay. Several starfighters surround your vessel that you can see out through the plastic glass of your cockpit, looking out, and they kind of circle around you in a holding pattern, and you hear a crackle of a voice over the radar, and he's like, "Please maintain your position."
All right.
There is some time that passes, and then it seems that the pilots have received their orders. They're like, we are to escort you down to the planet side to follow our flat pattern, please. Do not deviate.
All right, matching your vector.
And then, they begin to peel down towards the planet. While this is going to be, roughly like a 30-minute journey down there, as you begin to peel through the cloud cover that's of the atmosphere around the planet. Anyone want to do anything at the moment?
When we get kind of closer, we're about like 10 minutes out. I want to ritually cast a spell.
Okay.
Called Eidetic Memory, which lasts for an hour. Concentration. When you cast a spell, you can recall any piece of information you've ever read or heard in the past, and it translates to a +10 bonus on intelligence checks during the duration of the spell. Just gonna have that ready.
That's neat.
In case we need it.
Okay. That would be very convenient. I'd love to have that.
Yeah, right? So, just in case there comes a point during our conversations with the Concord where it's like, where did you read this? Or what did you see? Or what did you find out? Rosh will just know it.
I do know. Now, I wish that I, as a DM, could cast that spell.
Right?
Yeah, because this is going to be me, Val, going, where did we learn this?
Yeah, and it's going to be
Alex searching his notes to find it.
This is my consult Alex spell.
Calling Alex. Can Jackie contact her senators
Sure.
and let them know that she, one, is in town. Hey, how's it going? And two, she has some friends that she's wondering if they could talk to about this situation.
All right. What are your senators' names?
You write your senators.
Yeah, I would like to write my senators. I'm going to say Senator...
Amidala.
No. You gotta let me think before you say something. I'm going to say Senator Nashley Bator and her husband...
How can you spell that?
Nashley?
Yeah, NashleeVitor.
And then her cyborg partner.
Okay.
Oh, Nancy.
Jancy True.
Jancy. I like that. Jancy.
Jancy.
Like it
Okay.
sounds. Spelled like it sounds.
All right. Who is also a senator or just her partner? Okay. All right.
They met in politics and they fell in love.
They met in politics.
Oh dear.
Where'd you meet?
Lifetime movie.
Politics.
No, there's a whole series. It's called
They were
Scandal.
rivals from opposite sides of the aisle until they love for each other.
Oh dear.
Bridge that divide.
It's called Purple Hearts.
And there was one time that Jackie was in the area, their house was on fire, and she just happened to go in, save the structure, save the dog, and they
Not the yard dogs, they were fine.
The yard dogs were fine.
Yeah.
The house dog was the problem. And
Yeah,
he's
who
not
was
a
the-
dog, he's some sort of space being.
What's the house pet? What is the house pet?
It's a vine-like creature
Okay.
called a I'm gonna say a dandelion, and it's like a cat.
So it's just a
dandelion.
really foppish lion.
Yeah.
Okay. Just.
But its mane is made out of petals.
And that's how
Yeah.
Jancy became known as the Tiger King.
Yeah. All right. So basically, we're talking about a vegetable cat that uses handkerchiefs. Okay. That's pretty
They're
par for
very
the course
rare.
here.
It was very expensive, and a family, like the family pet, so a member of their household.
What's the name of the pet? You didn't say.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say. The pet's name is Kitty.
Okay.
I'm a
Well,
GM too.
I
I can bullshit.
Have a kitty.
Oh, you do
I'm
have a
saying
kitty.
we do already have a kitty.
Then the cat's name is Dustmite.
Dust Mite.
We're laughing like this is not the bullshit we pull literally every time we play this game.
Yeah. All right. House pet, Dust Mite, fine like, foppish lion, vegetable cat, handkerchiefs. Got it. All right.
More notes for this pet
Than anything.
anything else.
Anything else? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you send out that message. You all peel through the clouds, and we go to Preyas 9. Let me get a different song. We'll do. Is this going to get one? We'll see. You fly high above the city of massive spires and skyscrapers, glittering lights. There is a flurry of activity beneath you. This is though dark music. I didn't think that would be dark. Jiggy. Just kidding. We'll do. Where's my melancholy one? We'll just do this. Yeah. That's fine. It can be melancholy for now until I find something. I should know what the songs are before I hit them. So you make your way down to the city, passing by a flurry of other ships, passing by each other in these channels, these air paths that weave their way through the city. Kind of similarly to what you saw in the bar of Thirst, you see holographic natural scenes that are being projected around all the buildings. Like you see vines and trees and kind of draped over the sides, but vehicles are kind of passing through them but it kind of makes the whole place feel a little bit more comfortable, even though it is illusion, I suppose. There are massive advertising of these large like billboards, like of this product or that product, this show coming up, that show. You see, let's see, what else do you see from up there? Not too much from up there, but you find your way eventually towards this landing pad next to this facility, and you follow the cues. Vincent, you follow the cues of the escorts, and you settle the Arcturus down onto the landing pad, where it settles with a kind of crunch and shimmy as it acclimates to the gravity of this new planet. You see a small team come out to greet you before you come out of the ship. We'll switch this. Yeah. So.
Do they have like guns drawn on us, or what is the demeanor of this welcoming committee?
Official. Oh, hey, thank you for the raid, lords and ladies of faith. We appreciate it, all of us. Welcome. We just landed on a planet together. So we are at a new location. We are at a fancy new city. This is the capital location within this grand galaxy. And there are a few dignitaries flanked by armed guards that come up to the ramp of the Arcturus, waiting for the rest of you to disembark and greet them.
Well, greetings. Not sure exactly who we're speaking to. Kind of looking to see if Jackie recognizes her senators, or because I assume once we knew to try and meet Anya Markel, if there among this group as well, or?
Of those here, there's a couple of people in these kind of long, dark robes that are kind of rimmed with this slightly glowing material of like red and gold, that kind of these fine filaments that run through the fabric. And let's say, no, we are not the senators, but we do represent them.
Hello.
Hello, Jackie. Lovely to see you again.
Oh, you're looking very nice. Did you get a haircut?
You know what? I didn't, but I did grow my forehead.
Oh, it looks amazing on you. I'm so glad that you've done this. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much. I was tired of being a 3-head, so I decided to upgrade. And I think it makes my whole face look very fine and symmetrical.
Distinguished, I would say.
I think so
yes.
too. Anyway, I appreciate you noticing.
I'm sorry?
I appreciate you noticing.
Of course.
You look fabulous as well, of course.
Stop. I brushed my hair this morning, that is all.
If I could only just get up out of bed and brush my hair and look as fantastic as you. The places I could go. Am I right? Well, who are your friends? Who are these people?
These are my new companions. This is Vincent, Champ, Gwen, and Rosh.
Well, it's very nice to meet you all. My name is Googling.
Good to meet you, Googling.
So, if you all come with me, I will be happy to take you over to the office of the senators.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. We have a very spacious speeder that we can take you all in. But please come with me. Would anyone care for any refreshments or snacks? I know your favorite, Jackie.
Yes.
I do.
Peanut butter and crisps.
Yep. Peanut butter and crisps.
Thank you. Sorry, my mouth didn't work for a second there.
We're fine, thank you.
Oh, well, of course. So, if you come with me, and a large kind of convoy speeder kind of pulls up and opens up and allows you all to enter.
It shifts a little as Jackie gets in, but she takes her seat. Puts her hands on her knees that are like up to her chest.
Gwen is basically on like a 360 rotation right now, like just watching.
Yeah.
For trouble.
Suspicious?
Ned is like, am I coming with you?
Oh god.
Oh,
He should maybe stay and watch the ship.
perhaps Ned should guard the ship.
Yeah, stay with the ship. They're allowed to look, but if kind of directed at the guards. If you do try and take anything, Ned may he has a tendency to rip limbs off, so I would just be careful about that.
I'm here to murder.
We are working on his vocabulary.
Self-defense. Yes.
I'm here to defensively murder.
He's trying.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It was lovely to meet you.
It was nice meeting you.
Goodbye, Ned.
All right, so you all hop into the speeder and head over to a fancy part of town. Up higher and higher above the firmament below, you travel upwards into the higher levels of the city. Googling kind of looks over and he's like, what sort of business brings you all out here to the capital?
Well, as we said on the initial hail, we wish to discuss the Uval situation. We were
Yes.
there when, we were some of the last ones to make it out before it got shut off, and so we have an idea of what's happening in there.
Oh, you were there.
Yes, and we believe we have a way to remedy that situation.
Remedy the situation.
Yes, well, I mean, as you can kind of tell by our unorthodox arrival, we have the technology to make it back to Uval, even though the art gates are closed. And so we believe that we can get in there, and with the Concord support, that we may be able to clean up Uval for the oversimplification of the situation, but fix the situation and make it so that Uval is inhabitable again.
And so that they don't take over any other areas and, like, continue their conquest to conquer the universe.
Yes, it is only a matter of time, we believe, before what happened there makes its way out of Uval. And so we aim to put a stop to that.
That would be incredible if what you say is true. You truly possess this technology.
Yes, and we are willing to divulge its capabilities to the Concord.
Well, then I'm sure that my superiors, Senator Vitor and Senator Jancy, would be more than happy to speak with you. We'll be there shortly. And she like kind of like, oh, just look at kind of shock and but trying to like kind of keep that under control a little bit. Googling takes you to a hypersuite up in the clouds, where there is at the front there is a kind of vegetative creature that comes out forward with these big petal manes kind of like flapping in the wind, as this kind of like floppy cat-like feline creature goes like, sneezes.
Dust mites! Oh.
I don't know what does dust mite say. It's like, no.
I was
Just
imagining.
no. I gotta
Just
meow.
there you go, perfect. No. That's my. I'm so happy to see you. Look at your leaflets, look so nice. Oh, I kiss your paw. Mwah. Yes. Oh, what a good little dust mite. That's my friend. That's not the senator, though. That is just my friend.
I was about to ask.
And following shortly after Dust Mite, two figures, one walking with a slightly uneven gait and a clanking, as a cybernetic foot follows a other foot. I don't know. And then as Senators Vitor and Jancy come out onto this terrace to greet you. Jackie.
My dear friends, how are you?
What a delightful surprise to see you here.
I've never been here before, so I thought I'd try. And just so happens, as you know what happens with me, I found some good friends that are trying to help save the universe.
Jackie, of course. Well, we're so thrilled to see you, and we're, of course, I'm sure honored to meet your friends. We know that everyone you come across, just every time you come around, just great things seem to happen, and I'm going to just keep assuming that this is going to keep happening, and we're thrilled to meet the rest of you. But please come in from the terrace, come inside. we'll have some refreshment. You can have a seat and relax and talk to us. So what brings you to the capital?
I do not know your full titles, so if you would like to give your own names, I just know your nicknames, if you will.
I don't know if one of us should start.
Well,
It's you. It's your
Well,
turn.
it seems like you already have.
Oh, right. I am Rosh Setion. I'm the Lighthouse of the Edict of Cosmic Incandescence.
Of course. This is not who I expected to meet today, but also, when Jackie comes around, this is exactly the sort of person that I expect to meet.
Well, it's a pleasure to be invited into your home, and I do hope that we can seek to help each other mutually. Anyway, I'll let my companions do the rest of the speaking.
Of course. And you are?
This is. Go.
I wish
Sorry.
you wouldn't do that.
My fingers are quite large, and sometimes I forget the distance.
Gwendolyn of the Tranquil Mind, first sister of the moon of the Knights of the Divergence.
Diversion Night. This does get more interesting with each introduction. It's lovely to make your acquaintance.
You as well.
Gonna indicate. I was gonna indicate champ next, but I'm Vincent Lee. We can get into my backstory in a bit, but somehow I'm the de facto captain of such esteemed personages as these two.
Well, I'm sure this is a very interesting tale that you have to tell. And you?
I'm Chimp. Hello. You might know me as the Black Knight. I'm just here to fight and stuff, so I don't have a fancy title like these guys.
Huh. Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be so sassy for no reason. No, it's like, well, I'm not personally familiar with your endeavors, but with a title like Black Knight, I'm sure they're quite extraordinary.
Very much so.
But it is a pleasure to make all your acquaintance. I am Senator Nashley Vitor, and this is my partner, Jancy.
It's a pleasure to meet you, senators.
Pleasure to meet you too. No, oh, why not, Jancy? Yeah. I had a totally different voice at the beginning of this for them, but I want to separate them a little more.
There you go.
I'm Jancy.
Well, I'm sure y'all are very busy, and I understand we kind of just landed in your lap, but
Yeah.
as we were telling the initial welcome committee and Googling here, we do believe we are here on a very important matter about the situation in Yuval.
Why don't you have a seat and we'll discuss this whole business? And there are plush couches, pillows, rubber butlers, and as Dustmite kind of lounges in the corner, back turned to you all in a sunspot.
All right. Well,
So I've heard a number of things. First of all, that you have a solution to your business, that you were there when it began, and there is a technology that you possess.
yes. So we were there as Yuval was kind of exploding, or however you want to describe it. We made it out just before the arc gate got shut off. As I'm saying that, I think I remember it was actually like we were very close to not making it or something. But yeah, we were some of the last ones out. And since then, we have acquired a some technology, what amounts to, a portable arc engine, and so that is how we arrived here above Praeus 9. We didn't come via the arc gates; we just jumped straight here.
This is true, Jackie?
Yes, I was there. They almost didn't do it, and I was real nervous that they weren't going to do it because I wanted to see it, but I didn't want to impose. So, but yes, we did. We jumped out of space and time. Probably just space.
Yeah, I don't think time's a component of it, other than the time it saves
Yes.
in travel. But
I just got excited. I'm sorry. Continue.
So, and was this something of your design, or?
we came across it, and in contracting an engineer to help put it together, we were able to incorporate it into our ship. But despite our attempts at paying for that said engineer's discretion, it's also only a matter of time before this technology makes its way out there. And so we figured, should part of what the purpose of this is helping the Concord maybe get a handle on it before just every Tom, Dick, and Sally out there is able to arc jump around willy-nilly.
So, what's your angle here?
So, in addition to that, I mentioned we think we can fix what is happening at Uval, but we also have reason to believe that our attempts to do so will draw the attention of the beings that inhabit the sector, and so we may need. So someone else said this to us, that we may need an army to help, hold things off and allow us to actually do what needs to be done to banish them from this reality. And so we come to the Concord asking for your support in whatever manner you're able to, but hopefully mostly in a fleet to keep the outer beings at bay.
I myself have pledged around 15,000 gold to them.
That is very generous of you, Jackie. So, let me just tell you what the situation is. Over the last several months, the Concord has been strained, I would say, beginning to lose control in the fallout of the events following Yuval, what many are calling the Great Abandonment. There's been a great deal of stress and angst among the people, amongst the trade sectors, within the inner ring, and we've been trying to keep the peace as much as possible, but trust in the Concord is thin at the moment. And there are those that are calling into question the hegemony itself. Many of our officials have resigned, and we are trying as best as possible to keep control of the narrative that is going on right now. And as you might expect, there are those actors out there who sense the weakness and are beginning to pounce and trying to take over our gates. And our forces are stretched quite thin at the moment. Now, we have had some offers to perhaps bolster our fleet and strengthen our numbers. We've had some hypercorp paramilitary groups that have been willing to begin contracts with us to help maintain the Arcgate borders. But I don't have to tell you about the potential conflict of interest that presents. It's like putting a fox in charge of the hen house, you might say. But until the situation eases back, I don't know how much forces I can rally to your cause here.
Right. Well, obviously, you shouldn't take our word for it immediately. I mean, as I said, we are willing to share this technology, show you that it is legitimate. And, well, yes, it would be a huge gamble on, before you have vetted what we are saying. But if you were able to retake Yuval, I do believe that would go a long way towards restoring your credibility. As to the matter of the hypercorps, I'm not an expert on the politics amongst them, but may be able to. They would certainly love to get their hands on this technology as well, and so may be able to sway and buy their support in that regard if you offer it to them as well. I can say with almost certainty that Ocelot in particular would love to get their hands on this technology.
She pauses for a long moment, giving kind of lingering looks to Jancy. Like, the technology that you are speaking of, this could potentially change everything. The entire structure of the known universe of governance. Do you wish to give this technology freely to everyone? Are you offering it to the Concord?
I believe there is. I'm not even sure if middle ground is the right word, but while just, posting the schematics on the ArcNet would lead to chaos, and, we have been known to thrive in certain levels of chaos, I also understand that if it were, say, discovered by the Concord and released in a more orderly fashion, such that eventually everyone were able to use it, and there is still obviously a high barrier to entry. Not every ship is going to be capable of using it, so there will still be some manner of control to it, but it would benefit more people to be able to make use of this technology and not be so limited by, if they are not of the means to make use of the current, Concord established and guided routes. I mean, there are plenty of people who never get to leave their home system because of the barrier century of using arc gates.
Do you have the schematics with you?
We could, beam them over, arrange for them to be transferred.
Well, if you're willing to do this, we can help you. What is it that you need?
Well, since it seems like our big ask of a fleet isn't going to be met immediately, or anytime soon. So if there's anything we can do to speed that along, I mean, we have functioned as a pseudo strike force, accomplishing our own means. We are, I mean, obviously fairly powerful individuals in our own right, but we also recognize the scope of this problem is going to take more than just, our motley crew.
If you... Right now, our biggest trouble sector is the necrosi. If that they are becoming a bit more aggressive of late, and or even there are some, we have not published this information, so your discretion would be much appreciated here, but they have begun to express themselves violently, shall we say, on the art gate for the necrosi sector. If we were able to quell this uprising, shall we say, it would allow us to free up our fleets.
Well, that could possibly be something we could take a look at, though obviously we would need a little bit more than just jumping into the sector, and we'll obviously need more intel, but that's not something we need right this minute, but is something that we could potentially be of assistance with.
I can have my attaches provide you with all the briefing materials that you may need. Once we have the schematics for the Arclight engine, of course.
All right. I would like to do an insight check just to
This
make sure
sounds
they're
like
not
the
planning
same
to get the schematics and then lock us up or something.
Can we participate?
Yes.
I don't know what my insight is, but I know it's something.
I trust them. I know.
That is 25 for me.
Holy hell.
Your insight
Roll a one.
is a 1.
Okay, well.
Also
I thought you rolled a nat 20.
Oh, no, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I only rolled a 19.
14.
Okay. Based on what she just said, what do you, I mean, are you looking for, like, was she lying to you, or was she trying to...
Partially that, like, is she giving subtle eye signals to the presumably armed guards who are still hanging around to be ready to seize us or anything?
Yeah, or does it seem like she's pushing more, like, because the thing that came across to me is, like, is she pushing too much for the schematics and doesn't have any intention of actually giving us the support?
Is she omitting
if we help?
Information?
Well, I'll say this. So what you read from her, she does seem to be telling you, like she's being straightforward with you. I will say that you were giving her basically the keys to the world, like everything. And also, before she gives you what you want, you have to solve a problem for her. So she's really making off like gangbusters in this deal. She's risked nothing yet. You know what I mean? So she has nothing really to lie about or to murder you, like, or get, like, imprison you. There's no gain for that for her at this point. She's making off like a bandit right now.
Same time, I'm not sure how much more we can ask for other than somehow getting an assurance of this deal.
Yeah.
Y'all are muted over there.
I think is there a way, based on our understanding of the schematics, where we could give them enough to like, so that they know that we're legitimate and like that we're serious in like what we're offering,
But not the whole thing.
but not enough that
They can reproduce
that
it.
they can reproduce it yet. Essentially, giving like half the schematic. I mean, a metaphorical, giving them like half the page and saying we'll give you the rest once we're confirmed.
If you want to deposit that, we can play it out, or I can, because there's only 3 minutes left. I'm just gonna kind of fast track it. She would say like, if the idea is to like beginning to equip the fleet and beginning manufacturing of these new engines, they would need the full schematics for that. If that's the idea of having a fleet that can do this, then she's going to need the full deal.
Is there any reassurance that she could give them that she's not gonna just like? Is there any official document or like vial of blood or something?
I mean, that's what I deal in.
Yeah.
But
It's like,
I would say like, I mean,
what would you like? Like, what would you ask for? What assurance would you ask for?
Personally, if like we were to play this out where we all go and talk to each other a little bit about it before coming up with this deal, I mean, I think some sort of contract written and agreed to and notarized.
Okay.
That.
do you think notary is enough?
I mean, the Concord, I assume, functions in law, and if we had a contract that was witnessed and notarized, that setting out the terms of this deal, and then some sort of financial, probably incentive on our end as well for providing them with this, because I think that's really the balance here, is that if she decides to screw us over in the end,
We need to be able to.
we need something that provides us.
So here's what she offers. She offers financial backing. She offers she can't. All right. So the reality is she can't guarantee that she can give you the fleet. She is a senator. She has to advocate for you on that front. But your team doing this thing and taking like for the in the necro sector and helping to alleviate that problem will help them gain political capital to make that happen.
I think the
We want it all in
contract.
writing.
Well, yeah, and I think the contract that we would come up with, because I'm assuming that what she wants, and this is again speaking out of character because I don't know if Rosh doesn't have like legal training, is if the contract that she is, I assume what she wants is exclusive rights to this initially, so that they can make their stuff and they can make the engine and gain control of the sectors again.
Based on your insight check, I think she's torn about that.
Yeah.
Because she can, like, the two of them can use this, and because like the people have been doubting the usefulness and the power of the Concord, and like that they should be the ones running everything because they did this thing that's irreversible, and now it's suddenly reversible.
Yeah.
And it's just a very delicate thing of how they roll it out. And like, if Concord is taking, controlling this still, then maybe they can get back to a status quo. They're also wondering, like, what kind of, this is, I don't know. It's very tricky politically how they're going to manage this. And so they're not really sure how they're going to do it.
I think
she doesn't seem to be, she doesn't seem to be thinking of like, how can I personally profit from this? But she is thinking about how can I leverage this politically?
Yeah. Well, I think if the group agrees to it, I think our best play is to say we're the owners, and in writing saying that like we are the owners of this.
We stole this fair and square.
We stole this fair and square. I mean, we purported ourselves as the owners of this technology.
Yep. Ocelot didn't patent it.
We'll continue to do that and say that like we're the owners of these schematics and this patent. Like, we will give you exclusive rights to it for X amount of time if with the financial compensation that you're going to give us and the financial backing. And then if they break their part of the contract, not fulfilling the terms of like providing us the financial backing or the support for our later endeavors, then the contract is void. We're gonna go and just throw this thing up on the ArcNet, and
Cool.
Or, at the very, very least, they're two public figures and their reputation is on the line.
well, either way, I
'Cause
mean,
their names are on
like,
the thing,
if
so.
the kind of the hanging sword here is
Sword of Damocles.
we're going to give this to somebody that they won't like that we give this to,
Okay.
like
Perfect.
Crocy or
Yeah.
Gwen is on board with that threat.
All right. So as you all
Rosh
are
is
writing
not.
up,
I'm just proposing this as the out of character.
as you all are writing up this contract, and what is a historic, really a historic moment, I think this is a paradigm shift that is beginning to take place in the world. In the corner, Dustmite turns around. And returns to the window. It's a cat. Anyway,
I was gonna say you're gonna make this thing betray us.
We did fight that frog guy one time, so.
We
We'll
did.
set this cat on fire.
So we will end there for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining. No. Okay.
Can I take my leave?
If you wish.
I think I have a perfect way to do it.
Okay.
Oh.
So as the conversation and the negotiations end, I think Jackie looks to the senators and just like, my dear friends, you seem so stressed. You're in such a stressful situation, and this whole environment that you've been in is just so... It's putting such a weight on your soul that I really feel that I need to stay here and help you with this. And relieve this tension, not only from your bodies, but from your mind. I will transfer the credits to you.
You know Jackie's a chiropractor.
I will transfer these.
Sounds like she's proposing some sort of weird poly.
I know. It's like,
Not everyone
Not
has that
judging.
dynamic. I will transfer the funds to you.
Jackie
but I think I must
McCracky.
stay here for now. When you need me, you can call upon me.
I'm sorry. What was the number that of your funds that you were?
It was 15,000.
15,000 gold.
And that seems perfect, considering we only ever agreed to give you a ride.
Yes. If you ever need another ride, please call us.
On the ship, on the ship, on the ship.
Call Vincent.
Hi, Vincent. Oh, I will call Vincent. Yes, I will call Vincent.
Yes, if you
yeah,
ever
I
need another
see.
ride, call Vincent.
Right, I will do that. Thank you. I was lovely meeting you all, and I will eat your vegetables.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're gonna eat
It
our
does my
vegetables?
Dustmite's like, "Meow."
She might. Have you seen her? She's 7 feet tall.
And with that,
And she's gone. She's gone out of the room.
Goodbye.
all right. Well, GG's everyone. That is tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be closing this nice
I
session.
forgot I was gonna do this joke of I've got an ace up my sleeve in negotiations. As I pull out an ace from the cards earlier.
Oh, frick. I forgot we had those. Well, you did
I
it.
break Ryan. He's staying very
Join
civil.
us on Saturday. We will be coming back at 7 p.m. Eastern time for the next session of Saturday nights. We've got the I want to say Power Stone. That is not the name of the game at all. Star Power.
Star Power.
Overarms.
Stone.
Playing over.
Yeah.
Yes. Power.
Yes,
Stone.
yes. We will be back in shortly. But thank you all so much for LB. Thank you so much for guessing with us tonight. Thank you all so much, you
Hey.
beautiful players. Thank you all, everyone
love you,
guessing, and all the visitors. Thank you all so much. We'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. Thank you. Good night, internet.
Good night, Internet. Good night, Internet.